I don't know why you asked us to leave the eatery.
I am tired and I want to go and rest my head at home, Elijah. But this was really nice. Me and you here, it's a dream come true.
I know, right? All these years, we couldn't go out as a couple. But now, it's something we can do and think we should do it again.
I'm not sure we should keep doing it, since I almost got caught today.
Don't tell me you are referring to Aria and Edward in there, as you almost getting caught.
I am. What would I have told him if he had seen the both of us together?
He would have asked me what he was doing with Aria.
I still don't believe that's Ariel. The whole story you told me inside doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it looks made up.
It's your choice to believe it or not, Diane. But this is the truth, and remember you can't mention this to anyone.
I know, but Elijah...
I know you think I'm telling you this to make you come with me, but I'm telling you this cause it's the truth. Why would I even mention this if I wasn't sure of it?
I don't know, but it's just so hard to believe that this is true.
I will show you pictures of our burnt face, and after the surgery looks.
Show it to me now. I know you have them on your cell phone, so show it now.
It's on my laptop at home, Diane. If you will come back home with me, we can both have a look at it.
Why don't you have it on your phone?
For security reasons. What if someone comes to take my phone and sees the picture? How do I explain myself to them?
Elijah, are you serious about what you are saying to me?
I mean this, and I swear it's Aria, and she's having a relationship with Edward.
Why are you looking this way, Isabel? What's wrong with you?
Mom, you have to tell Sophie not to come back. You have to tell her to stay away from the estate. She can't possibly come back here.
Isabel, Williams tried to poison her.
Mom, Williams never tried to do something like that. He told me Sophie made this up. She poisoned herself and she's trying to push the blame on him.
Isabel, I can't stop Sophia from coming home. Plus, she hasn't mentioned that she's coming home to me yet. She's still in the hospital.
Mom, if she comes home, we both know that she'll want Junior.
Isabel, she can't want him back. But I'm sure we will talk to her about this and she will agree not to take him away from you.
What if she doesn't listen, Mom? What do I do?
Hopefully she will listen. I don't know why you keep bothering yourself on things that don't really matter, Isabel, like this.
Mom, I can't have a child of my own. The doctor told me to require a miracle, and that's if miracles still happen.
You will have your own baby, Isabel. That's something I'm positive of. I heard you right.
Yes, Mom, you did. But what if my own situation is different, Mom? What do I do?
Isabel, you worry yourself too much, and I don't know why. Come and help me in the kitchen and I'm making some yummy soup.
I'm not interested in all of that, Mom. Mom, can you call Sophie and ask her not to return? Please tell her to work out things with Williams.
Isabella, do you know how sick she is at the moment? Still trying to fight for her life.
My darling Diane, I know these past days have been really busy, but today is for us.
You seem to be in a very bright mood this evening.
I know. Well, things have been working really well with the company. So what do you expect? I'm in a great mood.
Edward, are you having an affair with Rita?
Where's that question coming from, Diane? You know that all I have with Rita is strictly business. Nothing more than that.
I don't know, Edward, but I've been hearing talks here and there on how you two parade yourself all around the restaurants, holding hands and working like a pair.
What? Holding hands? I think you might have gotten the wrong information.
Is this why you haven't been sleeping in the bedroom anymore? Because it's been months now since you came over to this bed to lie with me.
Are you telling me you believe all of these tales you've been hearing out there?
I believe every one of it, because it all makes sense. Working out late, sleeping in the study room, and not even having time for me, but always seeing Ariel, or should I say Rita?
You don't know what you are talking about, Diane.
I don't, right? I'm so dumb to even know it's in, right? Oh, dumb poor Diane.
I don't know what's come over you this evening, but I think I'll retire back to the office.
You can do that, Edward. This isn't the first time you were doing this.
We'll talk when you are less insecure. And do me a favor, stop listening to people and all they say.
Hello, Frank. Good morning.
Good morning. Sorry, who am I speaking with?
It's Sophie, Frank. I'm back to the estate. I just got in this morning.
Is everything okay, Sophie? Why are you back? What of Williams?
Williams and I had an issue, Frank, and I don't think we are getting back together anymore.
Are you at home with Mom?
No, I'm not home. Mommy didn't want me coming over, so I'm in an hotel room.
You shouldn't be in an hotel room, Sophie. You ought to be home with Mom.
In ways, I feel like I'm not wanted here, but I really don't know.
Who wouldn't want you here, Sophie? You know what? Send me your address. I will be with you soon, once I round up for my meeting in the office.
Thank you, Frank. I should have ended up with Frank and not Williams. Williams doesn't deserve me.
How is everything going with Diane?
It is all going well. I showed her the pictures and she's forced to believe that you are the one in the pictures.
I hope the drama starts really soon, but hope you two are getting along.
We are, but I think I'm not enough for her. No matter what I do, Marita, she still makes me feel like I'm not doing enough.
Doesn't she love you anymore?
It's hard to place it if she loves me for sure. Seeing that, I threatened her from the start to come back into my life.
You have to stay put, Elijah, and win your woman back to your life. But that's if you still love her as you claim to do.
I love her, Aria. Sorry, Marita. I love her so much.
I'm getting closer to Edward day by day. Now there's not a day that passes without us talking about everything, business, life, and family as well.
That's really nice to hear. I'm happy things are working out for you.
What's the problem here with Diane? As much as I want my plans to work out, I need to know that yours is also working out.
Money. I suggested that we both run away since I had $1 million, but she turned down my offer and said it wasn't enough money.
I thought you said you two were going to start afresh and build from little.
That was what she told me back then. But now, I don't think we are building from scratch. And I understand her with the baby and everything. 1 million isn't enough.
I'll see what I can do to help you raise some more money. Just keep being the good and loyal worker you are to me. And then we'll see about the money.
Thank you, ma.
Hello, darling. I am glad to see a smile on your face this afternoon.
Mom, good afternoon. Has Sophie reached out to you yet? Any news?
Your sister hasn't. I've called her line, but she's not even connecting any longer. I think she has seen your number again.
Mom, did you meet with success in convincing her not to return?
I didn't, Isabel. She was crying on the phone and telling me that she was going to somewhere else if I didn't want her living under my roof.
This means she might still come around, Mom.
I think so. I've called Williams and he told me he hasn't seen her. I told him to check all the hospitals to make sure if he has to.
I'm sure he told you she poisoned herself and wants to put the blame on him.
He told him this. But why will your sister do something like that? There is something fishy about the whole issue right now. I'm not even sure Williams is a good match for your sister.
Mom, Sophie is better off with Williams than staying here.
You are only thinking about yourself right now, but your sister's happiness. Doesn't that matter to you?
It matters to me, of course, Mom, but at some point everyone has got to think for themselves. I have to think of how I'll be when she takes Junior from me. What will everyone say?
Oh, Isabel, stop talking about this over and over again.
Mom, I'm thinking of leaving the country with Junior to another country.
Don't do that, Isabel. That's not a good move.
Mommy, then what's a good move? Sitting down here and waiting for her to come back and tell me she's taking him back. Is that a good move, Mom?
Thank you for coming over to see me, Frank.
What are you doing here, Sophie? What happened this time with Williams?
He tried to poison me, Frank. Can you believe that?
What? Oh my god, but why will he want something like this to you? Did you two have a serious fight that would want him to see you dead?
We didn't. From when we go back home, he and I talked about everything, but nothing really changed. He wasn't still going to let me go back to school or take a job.
I knew it, and that's why I came to talk to you in the airport. Habits are hard to change.
I know that now, Frank. I almost died, but I got lucky this time around. I got lucky.
You shouldn't return back to that man. You shouldn't be with someone who doesn't want you to grow, Sophie. No, you should be with someone who will want it better for you.
Stayed back here with you, Frank. I should have never left.
I know, but that's the past. The past is gone. Now we live in the present.
I know, and there are no regrets in all of it. Well, there's something I would like us to talk about now that I'm back to town.
There's also something I would like us to talk about, Sophie.
You go first, Frank. I've been talking all day long.
I and Isabel would like to legally adopt Junior as our own son.
What?
I know it sounds surprising, but I mean, it's the only right thing that we should do.
No, Frank. I don't think it's the right thing to do. Do you know what I wanted to tell you is that I want my son back. I want Junior back to my life.
What?
Yes, I want my son back, Frank. He's not up for adoption.
You can't possibly be serious on wanting to take Junior back.
Why not, Frank? Isn't he my son?
I know he's your son, but he's also my son, Sophie, and I want him with me.
You didn't even know I was pregnant with him. For 9 months, I had him in my womb, all alone in a strange country because you had gotten married to my sister.
I wanted to marry you, Sophie. You know I wanted to.
Frank, that's the past. And as you said, the past is gone. And now we live in the present. And right now, I want my son back. He's the only one I've got left.
You can't possibly be serious on this. Come on, Sophie, think of Isabel.
I thought about her and I really don't care. I want my son. Why don't you also think about me? I've got no husband of my own. But at least Isabel got you and I've got my son.
You can still remarry and have other kids, but we are not sure Isabel can have kids on her own. You know this to be true.
I also can't have kids anymore.
We both know that's not true. You can still have kids, Sophie. We know this.
I'm serious, Frank. The poison Williams gave me affected my body system. I'm lucky to even be alive. That's what the doctor told me. But my womb was damaged.
Oh my god, Sophie, please just stop this joke.
I wish I was joking, but I'm not. I'm serious. I have the medical reports with me. And that is why I want my son back to my life. I want to love him and take care of him as my own. And you can always come visit him.
Rita, darling, I didn't know you and my son were in a meeting.
Miss Edwards, it's good to really see you. I was just asking Edward about you.
It didn't seem so to me, as I could hear you two laughing from the first floor.
Don't mind my mom. She loves to over-exaggerate on most stuffs.
It was nice seeing you, ma. I'll be leaving now. Do have a great day, Edward.
I hope I'm not the reason she's leaving.
No, Mom, we already concluded our meeting. I'm surprised to see you here. You didn't mention that you'd be coming over.
I wanted to come and see how things are going in the company. I can see that you've done a good job bringing back the company to life.
Well, we are meeting with success on our endeavors, and it's good for business.
I'm proud of you, son. But I want to know something. Are you having an affair with Rita?
Mom, hell no.
Okay, son. It's just that the way you two were talking and laughing when I entered inside, and the rumors flying around.
Mom, they are not true. I wouldn't think of doing that to Diane, most especially now that we are starting our family and working things out.
I'm just curious to know. I wouldn't even blame you if you did something like that. I've got to admit, she's beautiful and smart.
Yes, she's all of that, Mom, but to me, she will always be a business partner and a friend.
I won't say any other thing, but I hope you know your mom sees it in your eyes.
What do you see in my eyes, Mom?
Something you are failing to admit, Edward. Well, I like to go through the account.
You can check in with the accountant, Mom. Maybe you might even have some new ideas on things we can do to keep the business running.
I hope you remember Diane's brother's allowance.
I remember, Mom, and I'm paying up, so don't worry about that. Plus, I kind of have a lunch date.
You're going out with Rita, right, son? But as business partners, right?
I can't believe that Sophie can't have children again. God, what am I going to do now? And now that she wants our son back, what am I going to do about this? How do I even tell Isabel this? How can Williams do something like this to her? Trying to kill her all because she wouldn't listen to him. What kind of a man is that?
Hey baby, good afternoon. I can see you're not so busy today.
Isabel, darling, how did your shopping go today?
It went well, babe. I bought so many new outfits for me and Junior. Most of them are matching outfits. I even got you some.
Oh, that sounds nice. Seems like you enjoyed your day.
I did, but is everything alright with you? Why are you sounding this way?
Have you heard anything from your sister, from Sophie?
No, I haven't. Have you heard anything from her?
She called me to meet with her this morning after our meeting.
What? Wait, does this mean she's back to the estate? When?
Yes, she's back to the estate and she's much better, Isabel. I can't believe that Williams will try to poison her.
I don't believe it either, but he said he didn't do that to her. He said she did it all by herself.
I don't believe Sophie will try to harm herself.
I'm surprised she's back and I don't know about it. Normally she'll call me or mom.
Well, she came back with a purpose, Isabel.
Frank, what purpose could that possibly be?
Yeah, I'm not going out with Rita. I have a date with Diane this afternoon.
Oh, I thought it was Rita. I thought you both...
Mom, there is nothing between the two of us. I'm serious here.
I still don't believe this. But son, if you two decide to get things going with her, I want you to know that I would fully support your decisions on this.
Come on, Mom. What are you saying? I'm married.
You can still get remarried if you love Rita. She's a daughter that I would love to have in my house. She brings in a lot of wealth with her, which means security for us all.
What happens to Diane and my child?
Diane gets a large sum of money and she's paid off to continue with her life. It happens all the time, son. Should I mention names?
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Mommy. I didn't know you were coming to the office when you left the house. I would have come with you.
My darling Diane, I didn't also know you were headed towards here.
Mom, we both have a date, and you aren't invited to join us.
Don't mind Edward, Mom. You're welcome to join us on this date.
I wouldn't want to ruin your moments together. You both should have fun and enjoy yourselves together. I'll be here in the office.
Baby, please just give me a minute. Let me clear some stuff with Austin.
Isabel, let's go out and have lunch. What do you say on that?
No, Frank, that's not happening. Just tell me something. What does she say her purpose here is? What is it, Frank?
We can talk about this later if now is not a good time to talk about it.
I don't know when a good time will come for us to have this conversation, so we might as well have it now. What does she say? What does she tell you?
Isabel, fine, since you want us to talk about it now, I'll tell you what she said. She said she wants Junior back.
Hell no, that's not going to happen, Frank. I hope you told her this.
I couldn't tell her anything, Isabel. How was I to tell her no?
So let me guess, you laughed at her and told her she could come over and take her son. Is that what you did over there?
I didn't say anything, Isabel. She told me some things that left me dumbfounded.
What could she say to you, Frank? I thought you were going to tell her we wanted to adopt Junior, to have him as our own son, my son.
I mentioned it to her and she disagreed, Isabel. She wasn't going to give up her son, most especially now she can't have other kids.
What do you mean by she can't have other kids?
The poison Williams gave her damaged her womb.
Lies, Frank, lies. She's lying. She just wants to take my son from me and I will not allow her. I will never allow her to do this. You can't sit back and watch, but I won't, Frank.
What do you want me to do, Isabel? He's our son.
He's also our son. You should convince her otherwise, Frank. Convince her to leave Junior with us. Why did she even come back here? Why? Why can't she just stay away?
Sophie, my darling, how have you been? How's your body?
I'm fine, Mom, and everything is okay. I'm lucky to be alive, Mom. Believe me, I am.
Where did you get now? Where is your bag?
I got in this morning, Mom, and I didn't take my bags with me. I couldn't dare return back to his house. What if he kills me this time around?
I still find it difficult to believe that Williams will do something like that to you.
I don't believe it myself, Mom. But the whole test and checks-up proved that it was food poisoning, and it was his food I ate last. And then I began to feel very uncomfortable, throwing up over and over again. And even the door was locked. He locked me inside and left me to die.
God, I can't believe this. Why? Why will he do this to you?
I don't know, Mom. He loves to always control me. He loves to force me to always listen to him, even when he knows that I want to do my own stuff. Mom, I was lucky to have removed one of the keys from the key bunch, and I opened the door, and I don't know what happened next. All I saw was that I was in the hospital.
Oh my Sophie, I'm so sorry about this. I'm so sorry.
Mommy, I'm not going back to Dubai, no matter what happens. But that's not even the worst part of all of this, Mom.
What happened again?
I can't have children again, Mom. The poison affected my reproductive organs.
What? No, you've got to be kidding me.
I'm not kidding, Mom. I'm very serious. The poison damaged my womb.
How could you be so dumb, Williams? How could you?
Hey, it's not my fault. No, this is my fault. I didn't know she was with this Pecky.
You told me she's dead. You told me this, didn't you? Now why is my sister back to town?
She got lucky, Isabel, but I don't think there's anything more than I can do this time around. She knows that I tried to poison her.
What kind of poison did you use on her, Williams?
I don't know the names. I mixed about 10 different kinds of poison. I'm still surprised she's alive, cause they were meant to burn up her system from inside.
You burnt up her womb, fool. Now, do you know what this means to me and my family? Do you know how much trouble you have put me into?
I didn't mean for things to go this way.
You just caused more trouble for me, Williams. You've put me in a tougher spot than I was.
Isabel, I've tried my best in putting up with your sis. I tried to keep her in check, as you said, but she never listens, and now I don't think there's nothing I can do anymore.
You can still come back and beg her. Convince her to come back with you.
I won't dare try that. I can't do that, Isabel. I'm sorry.
I paid you a huge sum of money, Williams. I paid you.
Yes, you paid me, I know, and I've tried my best to do things as you suggested.
Come to the estate, Williams. I will pay you 5 million the moment you get to the estate. I promise you this, and if you can convince Sophie to live with you, I will triple the money.
Frank, is everything alright, man? You've just been drinking since you got here.
Don't worry about me, guys. And Edwards, congratulations again.
What's wrong, man? I also noticed that you've barely said more than 2 words since we got here. Is it work or is it Sophie?
Do you guys know that Sophie's back to town?
What? Sophie's back?
Yes, she's back. And guess who she called first as soon as she got in? Me. She called me this morning and started telling me how much of a dumb man Williams is. He tried to kill her.
Oh my god. What? Damn, this isn't good news at all.
I know, right? But it gets much more worse when she tells me that she wants to take Junior back.
What?
What?
Yeah, she wants Junior back. She wants her son back. She wants to raise him up as her own child.
I hope you told her that won't be possible. Cause, what about your lady, Isabel?
I know, right? Isabel. But the baby isn't Isabel's child. Junior is Sophie's.
Junior belongs to both you and Sophie, and in this part of the world, the fathers are the ones who mostly raise up their children. Once a child is born, the child is for the father.
I can't even say such words to her because I know she will want to fight this to the very end. You know how Sophie can be.
Then you also fight it as well.
She has a high chance of winning with the fact she can no longer have children of her own as her womb has been removed and her eggs all damaged.
What?
So how do I tell a woman who is this pained and damaged that she can't have her child? How? And there is Isabel who blames me and thinks I don't understand her.
I can't believe this, Sophie. I can't believe this is happening.
Mom, I'll be fine. You don't need to cry about all of this. I'll be okay. I just know this. After all, I have my son. I have Junior.
Junior! Yes, you have Junior. That's true. But what about you having other kids?
Mom, I don't care about anything right now other than having my son within my vicinity. And that's why I came back here, to take Junior and leave.
Sophie, you came back to take Junior?
Yes, Mom, I came back for him. It's the only reason why I'm here.
What about Isabel? What about your sister?
Mom, I can't have children of my own. Isabel still has a womb. She has got lots of egg in her body. I'm sure she will have kids of her own or try other options.
She has tried all the other options, Sophie, and she has failed in all.
Mommy, I know this isn't easy for any of us, but I really want to go back with my son. I want him back in my life.
We'll talk more on this. Why don't we go out and shop for some new outfits?
I don't really feel like shopping, Mom. I'm just stressed out right now, thinking of all of this. Williams have really done a lot to me. Marriage isn't really my stuff, Mom. I don't think I was meant to ever get married.